So the next project we're going to be talking about is painting on a 3D surface. And if you remember being in my classroom at any time, I have that picnic table out on my back patio that is painted with lots of different designs. Normally, I would give you something in the classroom to do this on or have you get your own thing. But in this case, you're going to have to procure your own three-dimensional object for this project. It says, painting on a 3D surface can be a good stretch for your art skills. It will require you to think about your design and continue it on all sides, which can be challenging. I like to include items from all different sizes because sky's the limit for you guys, but I will say that the bigger the object, the longer this is going to take. So if I were you, I would choose something smaller and more obtainable in the time frame that you're given. So we've got a chair, we've got a motorcycle helmet, a bench, a stool. This, I believe, is also a bench or a table. I can't really decide how big that thing is. Shoes, those are really cool. You could totally go to the dollar store and get yourself a pair of those little white sneakers and paint those. You could go to Goodwill, find an old teapot, pretty much anything you can do for this. An old lamp with a lampshade and just paint the lampshade. I included this picture of a door, which I thought was kind of cool. If your parents are willing to allow you to paint your door in your bedroom, that could be a cool project. This is a small jewelry box, and I've actually seen these guys at Michael's. You can buy an old glass vase, a flower pot, big or small, and this is a tiny little nightstand. So the vocabulary associated with this: continuous, forming an unbroken whole without interruption. Theme is an idea that recurs or pervades. Gesso is the primer used to prepare the surface to be painted. So what you guys are going to need for this project: a 3D object that you find on your own, gesso, which is in your kit, paintbrushes, also in your kit, pencil, acrylic paint, also in your kit, a palette. I've not included palettes for you guys, but you may certainly use a palette if you have one at home, or a paper plate or a chunk of cardboard works perfectly fine. And then something to put water in. All right, step by step. Number 1, it says, procure an interesting 3D object you can paint on. Something old, no longer wanted or needed. Something from Goodwill or the dollar store. It's completely your choice. Number 2 says, prepare the surface for painting. Cover it with 1 good layer of gesso. 2 layers would be better if you have enough left over. It's all going to depend on how large your object is. If your object is really big, you're going to go through quite a bit of gesso. Number 3, while it dries, determine what you're going to put on the object. So you need to have a design plan at this point. I would like your design to include realistic imagery rather than something abstract. It can be a pattern, but should be of things that are a little more detailed and have some shading to them rather than just polka dots. Number 4, draw your design plan on your object in pencil. Number 5, begin painting. Remember, if you mix colors, put them in something airtight to save them. Number 6, cover the entire gessoed area with new paint color. So what I'm suggesting here is that I want to make sure that the entire thing is covered and I don't see any gesso showing when you're all finished. Number 7, complete a critique sheet when you are done. What I am grading you on for this project: 10 points for your interesting object chosen, 20 points for your design idea, 20 points for how continuous your design looks on the actual object, the technique for 20 points, creativity 10 points, craftsmanship 10 points, and critique 10 points. For submission of this project, put your name on a small slip of paper, lay it next to your project, your painted object. Take at least 3 shots so that I can see your design from different angles and different sides, but make sure that I can see your name in each one. Upload your 3 photos and your critique to Google Classroom under this assignment.